for notes. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I thought mine was big.
Actually, I have 2 other ones like this too.
Oh.
That are all filled, yeah. It's pretty much what the meeting is about too, kind of. Did Major Boyd just tell you this morning that?
I just noticed, this morning.
Or did you see on the calendar?
I saw his calendar,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to meet in his office.
Okay,
But
cool.
his meeting at 8 started about 5 minutes late, so he may be about 5 minutes late.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry.
Do you know if Master Sergeant Nowell is here too?
Sergeant Nowell? Yeah.
He
He
came-
went to change. She was in
Oh.
PT clothes this morning, so we had to change really quick.
Cool.
I'll be here. Yeah, looks like it was a last minute notice on his calendar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Major's like, it's back-to-back meetings. I'm like, hey, well, last week it wasn't this one. You know how it goes.
Yeah. I'm glad they could fit me in. It's very nice of them. It's like you said, it was pretty fast and sudden. I was thinking it'd be a week till I could meet, you know.
Well, we have change of command coming in about 3 weeks, so.
For Major Boyd? Golly, they're all leaving. Who's his new replacement?
It's Major Dozler, Christopher Dozler. He's coming out of the War College.
Golly, crazy. Yeah, because I don't even know if I'm here yet, or I'm just a borrow. 'Cause I'm from the 2-7 SORs,
Okay.
where Colonel Vasquez just had his change of command to Captain Abdouali.
Ooh, that's going to be a fun name to.
Yeah, I finally got it down at Abdouali. Took me forever. I was like, Abdouali?
Yeah, we have a few of those. It's just like, yeah, it's going to take me a little bit, but give me some time and I'll get it right.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But well, yeah, we're excited. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Something we're not. I don't know if I'm ready for because it's like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah. So he's been here for 2 years, Major
He's
Boyd?
been here 3.
Golly.
He started as our SEL,
Oh.
and then
Cool.
our commander that we had come in had to step down, so he filled in. So he's been filling in for like the last year and a half.
Yeah. Dang. And then the master's, or the first sergeant, he's just a intermittent, right?
Calhoun, Nowell, yes.
Yeah.
Master Sergeant Calhoun was on leave last week,
Oh.
so we usually have somebody fill in for him.
Is he gonna be back this week?
He is. Master Sergeant Calhoun's in. He's
Okay.
here today.
So I got 2 of them?
No, they'll do a changeover.
Oh, okay.
So then Nowell will go back to ALS because he's the commandant for us.
No, I meant,
Calhoun's
sorry.
our actual
I meant
master.
in the meeting, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because they're kind of, so Nowell will kind of fill in Calhoun, kind of back brief, and then since they kind of,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if Senior Hill will be in there either.
Oh, well. More the merrier.
That's always more than merrier.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey.
Em Castle?
Thank you.
Starting well. Nice to meet you.
My calls.
No, gotcha. You kidding me? So it looks like the commander and SCL, their meeting's running a little bit late.
Okay.
So just make yourself comfortable. Whenever they get in, we'll jump in the commander's office. Sound good?
Okay, thank you so much.
No, absolutely. You doing all right this morning?
Damn.
Good as can be?
Yeah, good. I
Okay,
can.
good. This is Sure Calhoun. First sergeant.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
He was a little confused why there's 2 of you guys.
It's fair. You just happen to be holding the phone over the week.
Well, because you were filling it last week, and then it kind of.
Yeah, that's fun. Heck yeah. But yeah, like I said, hang tight.
Okay.
We'll come grab you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
They should be done shortly. They start about 5 minutes late.
Okay, that's fine. I'm driving, so.
Oh. They were talking to Mr. Edwards and then trying to make sure I keep the commander on schedule, so.
Oh, gotcha.
You know how hard that is some days.
Uh-huh. Yeah, check on Jim.
He's gonna be in my meeting too, ma'am?
Huh?
He's gonna be in it too?
No.
Oh.
So he's our resource manager.
Oh.
And then we have IMSC here from Air Force Service Center, so they're doing a windshield tour, so it's kind of, we kind of have people go in every direction this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Great, I love it.
Morning, good morning.
Good morning. No, just be with the commander, senior, and the t-shirt. Well,
Okay.
the shirt and then the fill-in shirt from last week. Yeah, 2 shirts.
That'd be weird. It would be a few shirts.
Are you good friends with Miss Shannon Phillips?
Your shirt?
Sherry?
We talk all the time.
Oh.
her. She's great.
Right.
She'll always call me. She's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh, and I do this."
Mm-hmm.
So you're at LRS then?
Well, we'll see. I'm not sure what's happening really, because yeah, my story goes back deep, I guess. To give you the quick 10-second summary in the last 3 years, this is the 10-second version. My commander had me arrested last year and put in confinement for 3 months
Oh no.
for not getting vaccinated, but it was like hidden. It was deceitful because it was under different charges. Anyway, I get out 66 days later, and then I have my court-martial, and I get acquitted of all charges, and then I get sent to Laurel Ridge as an outpatient, and then I come back in January, but then I've been on convalescent leave since then till now, and the 22nd version, so.
Oh, seeing where you're going.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'll be a good meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? That's TUI. AFC.
Probably should be a good child. Head down, I think.
Huh?
Said I probably should be a good child. Head down to my meeting.
What time is it?
Starts at 9.
And you got plenty of time. Who's this guy? Oh, hang on, 889. I love it when you just get these random 889s from people that you have no idea who they are.
Yeah, that one bald guy you said?
No, this is actually from Staples.
Oh. I was trying to be funny and you ruined it.
Sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm multitasking today and it ain't working very well. 7 and 8. So master and above. Trying to think of our flights.
Is Mr. Laura down there?
She is.
She was not down there.
Oh, then she must walk out. What did it say in your invite where you're going?
All it said was Building 600 Sapper Conference Room.
So downstairs by the front door.
See, I know where Sapper is. I just didn't know they had a conference room down there.
When you first walk in the door, it's that little room up right there.
Oh, right off to the left. Oh, that's easy. I was just gonna walk in there, act lost, and wait for somebody to tell me where I need to go.
There you go.
Hello.
Hi. I know, last people got to get toys. Maybe Canadian Marcy.
I've gotten so much of that stuff over the course of
No, they have those little squeezy balls.
Yeah, the like animal ones.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I can get one of those. heard dog chew going this weekend. I was like,
You got the little weeds everywhere. I had a buddy of mine who squeezed it too hard and popped it. Everything just flew out all over his kitchen.
oh.
What's the squadron code?
No. It will either be the 14th and the 17th.
Oh, it goes next week.
We have to readjust because change of command changed.
Right.
So now we're readjusting everything.
Super exciting.
Not really.
Senior wants me to get with marketing about the pictures, the squadron pictures and stuff.
Ew. Again?
Yes. I didn't think I was in the last one.
It was cold. We were on the golf course. It was freezing out there.
Yeah, I was not there. I was probably part of the squadron.
I think it's Colonel Parker was here.
That was years ago. That was right around the time I got here.
Sorry, his meeting's running a little late.
Oh, you're fine. It's fine. I know how it works. I know how it goes. Does he have any other meetings after mine? So, oh dang. Like at 9 or 9:30?
9:30.
Oh, okay.
You're good. Yeah, we just push if we have to. I'm used to it. I'm used to rearranging.
Oh, especially at doctor offices, that just happens all the time, constantly.
Well, a lot of times with them, their meetings, like they'll have one scheduled and then I'll have to rearrange because another meeting will come and it's just.
Yep.
Good. Am I gonna make it?
Why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we confused? I really think the group's confused.
Why?
Because they're sending us stuff that's like, why are we dealing with this? Like, if I have to, you see this is horrible. I would not let this go past it.
Just a couple seconds.
I
Guys. I guess more.
took one.
Is the shirt here?
They are.
Okay.
Shirt and Nowell are behind closed doors.
Alright. It's just the two of them in there?
Yes, sir.
Good. Good. Have you seen Red Rock and Roll? Huh? Yeah, all right. Yeah, they already know that in the stuff that they could be in there.
10. Yeah, 10.
Senior, I'm going to my sapper training.
All right. Make sure you sign in, okay?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Sir?
Senior.
Senior.
Good morning.
Hi. Tag team.
Did you also notice that he's growing his hair back?
Oh my god.
Please don't let us.
You said something about me growing my hair back.
Yeah. Are you gonna start growing your hair back?
Well,
He already is.
Caroline doesn't look.
Sweet. Options. Okay. Just give us a minute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Pre-meeting?
Huh?
Pre-meeting to the meeting?
Usually how it goes. pre-meeting to the pre-meeting to the pre-meeting to the yeah. And sometimes we'll have a pre-meeting and we'll have a post-meeting, and then we'll have a post-meeting, we'll have a post-meeting. It's like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Things you didn't learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put all the paper on there. I'm not sure about
How are you?
Good, I got my flag car.
I know, I saw that. You were in there this morning. I was like, oh.
Trying to get it all knocked out. Hard to stay ahead of the ball.
Good luck with that.
It's,
And time cards are due this week too.
yeah, I was trying to get into ATAPs this morning, but not yet. They just kept spinning, so I'm gonna close it.
Mine let me in. I made sure mine was good.
Probably it's just,
It's everybody's probably in.
yeah, it's kind of what I was saying. I mean, they're trying to get in on Friday. Billy's still in, but hey boss, how's the weekend? Good.
Friday was an interesting day trying to get into things. Like
I know.
I got kicked out of VPN like 4 or 5 times. Like I was in doing something and then they kicked me out and then they couldn't get back in, so I had to keep changing and then they kept kicking me. Paul said he had to change a couple times. And then like I logged into something and it was like crashed. And then it gave me the error message that
Yeah.
it was. I was like, so is nothing working on Friday? I was like, no.
Everybody's off, they're just letting it run rampant.
It was like TMT. I logged in and it told me that it couldn't be found. So I was like, okay. So then like an hour later, I finally got in, did one thing and it crashed. I was like, I'm done. I'm just.
I gotta watch this your track.
Go downstairs to the bathroom there to the football.
Okay, sounds good. Yes.
I said there is a restroom up here.
Yeah, so they.
Oh, right.
No, they're replacing the, so we kept off the breakers, or kept on the fuses, then they found that they popped the breakers. So, see, yeah, so electric shop is working on it, they ordered a new motor, we believe the motor's got a short in it somewhere.
Monday's actually just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The short weeks are the worst.
Especially Tuesdays after a 4 day.
That's short weeks, so they're always crazy.
From
So they at least have some.
we canceled rent, so the Derek Boyd, I'm gonna sell something there, so we'll for thank you.
I will let you know when they're here. So.
Oh, okay.
Take them to the community center, show them.
Hope you had a enjoyable Memorial Day weekend. Were you able to somewhat? So.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, so from what I understand, I'm sorry, Nowell was holding the phone for Sergeant. You asked him that you wanted to meet with us and express some of your concerns, right?
Yes, sir.
You're over here with FSS, so we're all here to hear you out, right, and let you know what we can do to support you. So fortunately, I'm already behind. I apologize about that. I kept you waiting. We have some meetings flowing after this, right? So we'll have to be a little bit brief. But tell us how we can help you and what you want to share with us, and then I'll end up with some expectations I have for you, right? And if you guys want to hop in as well, then over to you.
First and foremost, yes, sir. Thank you for, especially for you, for well, for everyone having this at short notice. Like, this is amazing. I didn't think things like this even happen. You know, I was expecting to wait a week or two. So thank you for letting me have your time, sir. And then secondly, I just want to ask everyone, what does anyone know of my status as of right now? Because I'm sure that he's heard my name before. I don't know if you have, or like just of the situation and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I think we're aware of the video. You know, we've received the emails.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. Have anyone read it yet?
I read the original one. Have you read the new one? The notes
Okay.
one? I didn't get one over the
Yeah.
weekend until just now. But yeah, but all of that, is kind of on the side, right? Like, clean slate, you're with us.
Yeah. So
My thoughts
yeah.
on it.
Yeah, we know you're nursing some injuries, right? We're aware of that, right? You got a little convalescent leave. So we're tracking those things, and of course, we're just here to get you to what you need from us.
I too have flipped through it, haven't had a chance to read it, so, plus, we're all MSG, and I know you previously, signed LRS, still signed LRS, so we have some insight there as well.
You said you have read it? I'm sorry?
I have, yes.
Oh, you have? Have you read it yet, sir?
Not in its entirety, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's two. I sent a second one about, like, which one is everyone referring to? The longer one this weekend or the shorter one?
I haven't seen anything
Either
since
of
about 2 weeks
Pretty
ago.
long.
Oh, you're talking about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, I saw the one in the inbox over the weekend. But I
Yeah,
haven't read it
so I
yet.
wrote another one this weekend, and that's pretty much just how it's been progressing. I've sent General Fiend 5 emails at this point with all his staff underneath. I'm CCing the SecAF at this point, and I already have ideas to go above that because they're really not responding to or as much as I would like, So yeah, I mean those emails said a lot. I'm just trying to see where I need to start. So, does anyone have any questions for me actually as of right now before I start talking about?
Let me ask, what do you want them to do?
Yeah.
Like, you said they're not responding, what are you trying to get at?
Oh, just accountability. So I wrote these notes right now. So just to keep things brief and everything, and keep my mind organized. So I was in pretrial confinement last year, obviously, and then it was all from UCMJ charges that were all proven false. And when I say false, I mean there's 5 charges and 7 specifications. I even wrote down here if you guys want me to talk about that. And then I had a court martial that was acquitted of all the charges. But obviously there's things leading up to that pretrial confinement, right? There's like this whole history of that. So that's huge. And then the other side of it is I'm diagnosed with PTSD from mental health. Chief Baldwin, who was my supervisor, I don't know if she still is now, she told me that she was unaware of that being in my medical records. And I don't know how someone can be unaware of that when they've had TTMs with my Laurel Ridge therapist at the time. Same with Senior Master Sergeant Ike. I tried to give him a clean slate as I should. He's done nothing wrong to me at the time. But since December and January where he took over, he was the 5th first sergeant that oversaw this. And this is what I mean. It's almost 3 years of this now. And it started out with Sergeant Serrano. Then it went to Sergeant Crispin, who was acting. Then it went to Sergeant Hunter, who was acting. And then it went to Collins, Master Collins, who was also acting, I guess, or I don't know. And then Ike. And now I brought you 2 first sergeants to so 7 at this point, right? So there is that side of it and the PTSD side of it. So mental health is a big problem there. My therapist is Mrs. Sam Morales. I talked to her Thursday last week, and she's tried to tell me that she'd like to send me back to inpatient, Laurel Ridge, but I never was at inpatient. I was at outpatient. And obviously the difference is inpatient, you're locked there, you can't leave. An outpatient is you get to leave at the end of the day. And I was extended there 3 times from my provider, from Colonel Vasquez, so the fact that I'm not requesting to be extended, they're the ones who are requesting it. It's obvious, it's obvious that there's an issue.
This is to treat your PTSD?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's obvious there's an issue. Yeah, and then we had TTMs, teleconference TTMs with Colonel Vasquez and Sergeant Ike, me and my therapist. Then in January I had it with Colonel Roche, Chief Baldwin, Senior Ike, me and my therapist. And the stuff that they've said in there is pretty egregious, in my opinion. The lack of absolute knowledge that those 2 have of how to treat PTSD when my therapist is telling them, it's unsafe for me to go back into a hostile work environment. Things that are going on within my head, I still get dreams of my commander rearresting me at the gate, and then he asks me to leave the room, and then anyway he ends up laughing that I'm having all these dreams, and his assumption is I'm lying about everything, and it's gotten to the point where I'm now diagnosed with it. This is the 4th time I've been diagnosed with PTSD, and the 3 prior, him and all of mental health have discredited it, saying I'm provider shopping, doctor shopping, and they just look extremely foolish now how I get it for the 4th time at Laurel Ridge over 10 weeks, which means I wasn't faking it, But that's currently left unchecked. Like, there's no accountability on that with the flight commander at Mental Health, Major Wiley. I'm telling you, I could talk about this for 3-4 hours at this point. I just have no trust for anybody, especially like as soon as something I catch, as soon as there's a contradiction that I hear or a red flag goes off in my head, because that's how on guard I am. But I'm bouncing all over the place like I always do. But those are the 2 biggest things. I'm diagnosed with PTSD. I have tons of triggers from that. I know you didn't know it all, sir, but you said I have a clean slate. That's one of the most massive triggers amongst my other 10 triggers that I have. Just people saying we're here for you, we care for you. And not necessarily that because it's from you guys and you guys are brand new into this, but Ike still saying that. Chief Baldwin still saying that. They've all told me I have a clean slate, but I was demoted. I wasn't able to test for tech back in 2022, so I've had to pay for a lawyer, I could just keep talking about that, like where I've gotten punishment from Article 15, what's it called, where they take forfeiture of pay, like it's just left unchecked, and they've offered me 4 plea bargains from when I was put into confinement, 2 up to my court-martial, and to me that is exactly what my commander probably planned, that there's no way I don't accept a plea bargain, especially when the first one was offered to me in confinement 30 days later, where he would probably have hoped I would have accepted that. And my ADC told me that it's rare, Captain Trotto at the time, it's rare for commanders to offer plea bargains so late. And it's usually within a day or 2 to get that member out of confinement, get him discharged, whatever the plea bargain is, whatever the deal is. But the fact that he waited 30 days as if he's making me sweat in there, And I asked my ADC, well, if I accept it, could I get out tonight? Like, because it was over 66 days. That was the 30th day. She says, no, it might take 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, then there's no freaking chance in hell that I'll accept it. Are you joking? So I denied it, and I was remaining in jail until the judge at my motions hearing released me. But then my judge got changed to a different one during my trial. But anyway, that's what I'm talking about. Like that was their plan. They never thought I would have hired a civilian attorney and had 3 lawyers total to fight all these BS charges that I won, and the fact or not, till this day he still has all this contention towards me. Him and I have been going back and forth in emails, and I don't know if that was the email that you guys have read or whatnot, but I created a group chat for my TTM that I was supposed to have on Friday, this last Friday, 3 days ago.
Did we get that rescheduled? As one of my questions,
I don't know.
When is your next GTM?
I have no idea. After this meeting, I was gonna call Mental Health or go there and find out, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But the fact that TTM was scheduled almost 3 weeks prior to last Friday, and I had text messages with Chief Baldwin of her knowing that it was solely focused on accommodations. Like what can they do to help me cope with what I'm dealing with, right? And so she was aware of that. I've called Colonel Bergen's EA, Major Taylor, who just gave me the runaround, and I caught him on many contradictions at this point. I told him, or I asked him, can you ask Colonel Bergen? I don't understand why I can't talk to Colonel Bergen directly when Major Taylor is walking into his office, asking him the questions I'm asking, coming back to talk to me, right? It's just non-transparent. And people who are non-transparent, that's another trigger. It's like, what are you hiding at that point? But he said, and this is the email that I sent this weekend too, Colonel Greer, I hope I'm messing up my names, Colonel Bergen told me that someone would be at my TTM, right? And this was 2 weeks ago. So he told me that. My supervisor, Chief Baldwin, told me 3 weeks ago she'd be there. She understood it was a 4-day weekend. So them saying, oh, the last second 4-day weekend, all their excuses that my TTM didn't happen because it was canceled last minute, as in the day prior, the afternoon prior, when everyone was on board and everyone was aware of it, and then they just canceled it like that. And I knew that was going to happen. Either that was going to happen, no one with accommodation decision-making capabilities was not going to attend, or no one in good faith would attend, as in like if it was just Senior Ike. But I told General Barraffin this, Chief Master Sergeant Green, Chief Master Sergeant Fleck, And then Chief Master Green responds to me saying, and he's an AFSOC chief to the AFSOC commander, but he told me, just the regular spiel of have grace for your leadership, provide them grace, or they're trying to work the issue. I even believe that he said someone will be there from your command. So I'm being lied to. That's straight up lie, especially when there's so many people that were aware of it and it was just straight up canceled like that. Yeah, it really, really irritates me. And then Chief Baldwin, as nice as she's been on text messages, because she's playing the game, she knows I could use her text messages against her if it's something so egregious where she violates an AFI or something like. But her last duty day, I could immediately sense the tone, the shift of her tone during her last duty day. That's when she texted me Thursday saying, hey, Airman Castle, your TTM's canceled due to her. She's the one who initiated it. I have the text message. I could read it to you guys if you want. But I added all in that email. That's why it was kind of... Like, if you guys haven't read it, I wouldn't have to have been talking on it like this. But it's fine. You guys are busy. But, I could immediately sense that shift of tone that gets all fake, And then she gives reasons as to why she said that it doesn't make sense for her to attend if I'm going to talk about accommodations. When I looked at my text messages from her 3 weeks ago, when it was first brought to her attention that it was solely for accommodations. That's what treatment is, whatever treatment is, medications, which I don't want to take for that anymore. So it's either accommodations or, I don't remember the other one, therapy sessions or whatnot, right? But I've done a lot of research on my own at this point, and there's underlying issues to what people experience from triggers and their diagnoses, and then there's superficial symptoms. And that's what everyone has tried to do at mental health, is just treat the superficial symptoms as in, I don't even know at this point, but what they're doing isn't working. It's the underlying issues that need to be addressed, and it's almost 3 years now, and I'm still filled with extreme rage. I can blow up immediately, which would be not good for myself if, my supervisor, I think, as of right now, is Mr. Voss. He seems nice, but hypothetically, let's say he says today, hey, Cass, I need you to do this, as I'm doing something else, and I'm like, sir, can I do that in a bit? I'm doing this right now. I don't know, this is just a scenario. And he's like, no, I need you to do this right now. That would probably set me off to where he's not understanding of what I'm doing, things like that at this point, where it's gotten to that point. It's pretty bad at this point. Again, this is the, 50th meeting I've had at this point, not with command, essentially, but interviews that I've had. I've been on Newsmax already for the issues. I've been on 5 podcasts, and I'm just blatantly straight up saying everything as if I'm going to be rearrested again, which is why I'm doing this. So if I do, my fiance knows who to contact. It goes back on air, it gets blown up. And who knows, maybe Tucker Carlson hits me up, because General Flynn, I told you, I believe, has already commented on some of the X posts that there's a lot of people in on this, is what I'm getting at. And General Flynn has tagged Donald Trump and all these other colonels and Tucker Carlson and all these other news media stations, So my Instagram has over 500 DMs of people wanting to still interview me, So the story's still hot, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know, when is it going to stop? It's either something is going to happen, the bubble's gonna pop, where Tucker Carlson hits me up and I go on his podcast live and I tell them the absolute corruption that I've seen on this base, obviously excluding y'all 4. You guys have nothing to do with this, but everything before that, or I get rearrested or I get executed. I believe, why wouldn't Vasquez at this point get a hit out on me with all the crazy stuff that he's blatantly done in my court-martial? I sent Sergeant Nowell the court-martial audio of his testimony, which is all over my YouTube, not just his, but everyone else that testified. Any competent, sound mind person can listen to the tone and the answers that Vasquez responds to the judge with, and just know that they're complicit, they're guilty. The fact that he says that my supervisor was changed before I got arrested, Master Sergeant Carey, it was changed to who knows, when it was asked. But then they all admit to the judge that they forgot to tell me that my supervisor was changed, which is why I wasn't going to work. It's because I was being harassed by him and my flight commander, Captain Lawrence. And it wasn't proven at the time, but I knew it because I have this sixth sense at this point to catch corruption instantly. But it all was proven in court because they all had their text messages subpoenaed where they were making fun of my religious views and beliefs about the vaccine back in the day. And they were setting me up to go to meetings that they knew I wouldn't attend with Carrie present so I could miss it. And then they could rewrite me LORs and get another Article 15 ready.
I guess I'm sorry before.
Yeah.
I
No, you're fine. You're
before
fine.
we're going down to the past a little bit. And
Yeah.
like I said, I did read your original email. I don't know if I've gotten this newest one but I'll get a chance to see it. But just considering the time we have, right? Like, I'd rather look forward with you, right? So what I'm hearing from you, if I'm summarizing, right? Like you tell me this is correct, right? You want to support your mental health issues, PTSD, right?
Yeah.
There's some accommodations to those mental health issues that you would like to see, and that would be the support, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd like to avoid any triggers that you have, and am I relaying that back to you
Yes, sir.
properly?
Okay. So, yeah.
So if that's kind of the current state, right? Like, where do you see this going, right? What do you want to see happen? What's the end goal for you here?
Yeah.
Next? How long have you been in the Air Force?
I just hit my 19-year mark.
Okay. So, and we will clarify with MSG leadership on Raiders, right? I heard you bring that up a few times.
On Raiders?
On who your supervisor, who
Oh,
your
okay.
Raider will be.
It's cheap open now. Yeah.
Okay, we'll, as she transitions out, we'll get clarity on how that's
Okay.
going to change, if it will. So that you have that. But, you know, when I say how can we support you, what I'm saying is, where do you want to see this go, right? How do we help you get there?
Yeah.
Right. So talk to me about that
Okay.
for a minute.
Absolutely, yeah. So the fact that this is the fourth place they've moved me to here with Mr. Voss and FSS after my court martial last year in September, and there were four places they moved me to prior to my court martial. So this is my 8th move. Like it's absolutely disrespectful for them to just pass me off to you guys as if I'm y'all's mess to deal with, which essentially is what it is now. You know, like I'm coming to you guys with my complaints because who else am I going to go to at this point? Chief Master Baldwin's PCSing, so is Colonel Roche. Colonel Vasquez is retiring soon or whatnot. Like they just keep shoving me out. You know, FSS. All right, so after my court martial, went to Laurel Ridge and everything. They promised my therapist and myself, and this was the deal, that I would be going to the ops group under Chief Watkins, and that was the deal. And I came back to here, and January 25th or whatever, Ike tells me that plan fell through, and come to Chief Baldwin's office so we could discuss it, which I did. And they said that due to my security clearance still not being reinstated, which was pulled from Colonel Vasquez due to him deeming me an insider threat, an active shooter, and potentially target members in the squadron to kill due to not getting vaccinated. And when I say that, this is all proven in court. I wouldn't say anything at this point that I can't prove, because I'm drawn to the past, right? But I can prove that if you guys want. But that's really what it all stemmed from, my refusal to be vaccinated from his order twice, you know, where I was pending discharge until the vaccine was lifted, and then all that stuff happened. Again, it's absolutely egregious, and it's just chaos that I'm y'all's problem now, when you guys had nothing to do with this, but I'm y'all's problem to clean up. And
So where does that go?
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been a lot. So what I believe, so the fact that I have a 3 duty, all right, let me start with PCS. So my PCS orders, or whatever the idea of it, was immediately shut down from either Colonel Bergen, Colonel Greer, or Colonel Roche, right? Due to retainability. But there's a contradiction with that because oh my gosh, like Chief Baldwin told me that me being demoted, which I'm working on getting redressed and get my rank back and everything else, and suing the entire DoD at this point. She told me that my higher tenure was automatically going to be extended to 20 years against my will. So that's what I was under the perception of back then. That wasn't true at all. I had to extend to do that, which I did. And if you guys have questions for that, I can tell you why I did that. And it was a lesser of 2 evils. It was less poisonous, I guess. Pick your poison kind of thing. And it was 5 reasons of why I extended. The fact that Chief Baldwin is talking about PCSing again. She's saying that we're talking to your command again, or whatever the heck. And they're talking about, what's it called? Whatever, like waiver. Why wasn't that done in the first place, right? So now that PCS is back on the table, when it should have been done immediately after my court martial, which everyone was on board for, it's a contradiction. If not that, I've had 3 telework recommendations now from providers, and those telework recommendations have been denied repeatedly by Lieutenant Colonel Vasquez and Colonel Roche, and I've written every single one of the reasons at this point, which totals to 7, that I could debunk every single one of them. A few examples. 1 out of the 7 is I've had past disciplinary actions from before COVID, implying that I'm unreliable, I'm irresponsible, I'm not trustable, I have no credibility, that kind of crap. But then in court, Vasquez contradicts himself by when the judge asks him, did I have a clean record or a good record leading up to the COVID vaccine? He admits yes. He even gets asked that by my civilian attorney. And my PIF is over 190 pages still to this day, where I ask constantly for it to be removed from Senior Ike. And he's told me that if they can't, due to them needing it for the IG investigations to come along with congressional inquiries and all that stuff. So I don't even think that's accurate at this point. And Ike even told me that it's illegal for them to hold on to it. So I even have that on him that I can prove. So the fact that I can't telework due to the 7 BS reasons that Colonel Roche has stated, okay, like if he's a competent, sound commander, or if anyone was, does he truly believe those reasons? If he does, and if I can prove to him that they're not real, that should change his decision, right? He refuses to change his decision, so he's not incompetent. He's not dumb. He's not a moron. This is all malicious. This is all malicious. Like, this is straight up malicious. They never thought they'd ever get anyone with this much fight in them that I'm bringing to the table, and I'll die for this, So that's how arrogant I believe they are, and just delusional that I will just give up one morning when I wake up.
Well,
So
let me ask you about the PCS.
Yeah.
Is that so? You had an assignment that was canceled? Was there?
No. I said that
You
idea.
want
The
PCS
idea.
out of here.
I would love to, yeah. And
Okay.
everyone thought that too, yeah.
And you still hold your LRS related AFSC, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they do PCS, so an LRS squadron somewhere, right? Do your LRS job. That would work for you, right?
I've learned early on in my career there's waivers to everything. I don't know why I can't have a waiver to be FSS at Lackland, whatever, something like that. I'm sure the military's hurting for recruitment, so under any right waiver I could be anything, really, at any base that needs me. And with General Garfield being on board, and he would need the approval of all the people under him, which he doesn't have, is why. So that was definitely number 1. The other one is telework, which I think would be great to ride me out till December, where I could start skill bridge. If my skill bridge gets denied, I already have massive contradictions for that. As in, like, there's tons of people in supply, where they said that's the reason why. That's the reason that I can't PCS, is because also the second reason was there's too many people or something. I don't even freaking.
So December would be about 6 months out from your retirement date, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
6 months in December for
Yes,
supervision.
And the last one would be, I wrote alternate duty, but at this point, so I really thought I was going to get arrested again when I came on base, I always feel that way. Every time I do come on base, I've only been on base maybe 3 times within the last 2 months.
You live off base, right?
Yeah, yes sir. I have my phone ready, my fiance's listening if I get arrested, stuff like that, so she wouldn't be caught off guard like last time. And there's a security where there's a civilian officer, short little Mexican girl, Hispanic girl. She's cool, and she even whispered to me like, "Hey, all security forces despise you. They hate you for the video coming out, and for you stating that I'm gonna be filing massive complaints on Lieutenant Colonel Atkinson Adams and his SEL, which is Chief Green, also a different one, Anthony." But anyway, the fact that she told me all of security forces despise me, I already know that because during my court martial, my fiance was in it, and she heard all security forces, their banter, saying like, "I hope he gets found guilty again," or whatever. So that could go back to confinement. It's pretty malicious. It's pretty effed up in my opinion that people like that would just want someone to have a guilty verdict, even when everything was laid out on the table with all the mitigating factors and extenuating circumstances that the judge had at her disposal, which she viewed why I was not guilty. And then for Vasquez to still state in all these TTMs that he didn't agree with the judge's verdict, like I'm paraphrasing, and that he didn't receive anything from that, and she didn't give her reason or logic as to why I was acquitted. I was exonerated after that court martial, but I'm definitely not exonerated under Vasquez, under Roche, under Bergen at this point. I have something crazy on Bergen that I'm definitely going to be holding him accountable for it, and I've learned that he viewed my 706 long report that was a 9-hour interview from a psychiatrist when I was in confinement, and he didn't have my authorization at all to view that report. I don't care who gave it to him. He didn't have my signature, and he needs to be able to prove that I gave him the authority to look at my stuff. I already called the patient advocate, and she said that would be a HIPAA violation if he wouldn't be able to prove, that he didn't have the rights to read my stuff. So that makes more sense to me. And the reason why I'm so hostile on that is that my 706 long report, the colonel who did it, Colonel Broderick, she was on the government side. So all the questions she's asking, which I've read and I'm putting together how to get that removed, it was more so how to get their narrative to fit her description of what she's writing against me. And again, I have so much proof. I'm my own lawyer at this point. So I would also believe that that's why Colonel Bergen is turned off on the idea of PCSing me, which is all comes to the end retaliatory behavior and retaliation that I can prove at this point on things that don't make sense with massive contradictions. Like that's messed up. And when I keep telling people, especially General Barfine, that this might be the biggest scandal of the decade in Canadian Air Force Base, I really mean that, and I'm never gonna quit until someone gets held accountable. I get justice for this, and not mostly just for myself, but the airmen that are going to be under Captain Lawrence, who's now in Ohio, and he's gonna be a commander someday, let's say, or Master Sergeant Carey, who might be a first sergeant someday, or a chief, and he's already committed acts like
So
this.
let me interrupt you again. I appreciate you looking at things from a larger scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think at this point, and I'm sorry to say that we have something I'm running to my next meeting here. I believe I understand where you're at, right, for how you want support. And I read this back to you. I believe I understand what the end goal for you is, right? Or the PCS with the telework, or be here and then skill bridge, right, and then some accommodations, okay? And I lay that as I hear you, right? And we'll again talk to MSG to figure out supervisor/rater. And then yes, you are working in community flight under Mr. Voss, right?
Yeah.
So we'll make sure that expectations there are clear for you so that we can be on the same page, okay? But as we wrap this up, I want to give these guys a chance to say anything, and I'm going to share a few expectations I have with you, right? And then we'll have to split before my next meeting here. But is that all clear? I got that right when I read the back in before.
When you say MSG, is that Colonel Roche specifically?
We'll talk Roche and Chief Baldwin to figure out.
How good is that though? Like for me, that's not good at all for me.
Just to get you an answer on who your rater is going to be, is what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, and Mr. Voss, and they're all unaware of my issues. They're completely unaware of everything, as they should be, right? But they expect me. They think of me as a regular senior airman, I guess, at this point, like ready to come to work and fulfill the mission that I was obligated to as a uniformed service member. And, like I'm past all that stuff. I'm past all that stuff. You keep saying expectations for me. I'm taking that maybe disrespectful. But how about my expectations that I have for my leaders,
So I think I've got that here, and that's why I wanted to read that back to you, right?
Okay.
And you're right, expectations go both ways,
Yeah.
right? So I fully agree with you there, and that's why I wanted to get that. You said that you wanted to have a meeting, right? That's what I wanted to hear out of you is where are you at and where do you want to be, right? Because where do you want to be those expectations.
Yes, sir.
So it's important for us to know there because otherwise, if I don't know that, we're never going to get there, right? But is it?
Yeah, first of all, I'll tell you, I can appreciate you coming here and laying out facts, right? I think that it's so big to be able to articulate yourself and talk about the things that you've experienced. I want you to know, though, is that we're going to be very inquisitive on your situation, right? And I don't want that to be a trigger for you. I just need you to understand that that's helping us understand exactly what you're going through.
Yeah.
This is new to us, but at the same time, I think we're skilled enough to help you get where you need to be. I do have a couple of questions when it comes down to the support you've gotten with medical. Was that PTSD diagnoses from a civilian provider, or was that from military?
It was Low Ridge, which is a military treatment facility, at the side of it, from a psychiatrist there. So I don't really know the answer to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is in my records though, so yeah.
Good. And those are the things that I'm going to be asking you,
Okay.
right? Of course, I don't have any rights to your medical records, things of that nature, but I'm going to be relying on you to communicate that with myself and the shirt to ensure that we're able to truly support you. When it comes down to it, you're still wearing the uniform, right? And of course, I don't want you to feel like, hey, we're bypassing everything that you've been through. But we do want you to look at the FSS as a clean slate, and whatever we get through.
I can't. That's impossible. I understand your point of view. I'm telling you right now, that's impossible. This is my 8th place they've moved me. They even moved me to the 26 STS and moved me right back after 3 months due to not being vaccinated. But the colonel there lied, saying that they had Manning, but he found out I wasn't vaccinated, so they moved me back. And this is Colonel Vasquez telling my ADC that. So again, all the lies, you know, that people are saying. I'm not saying you guys are liars.
No, I'll ask you to hear me out. That's just to give us a chance to try to support.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's something to be said about you, you know, coming in here and being able to let us know what's going on and
Yeah.
to give us a chance to be a supporting agency for you.
Right.
And that's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the answer is when it comes down to, you know, truly getting you to a place to where you can either tell or PCS, things of that nature. And we have our homework to do. But I want you to know that we're going to look into that.
Yeah. Yeah, and just a clean slate too. How is it a clean slate other than superficial, you know, new place, new office, when I'm left with all the scars from everything that's continues to happen. Lastly too, because Colonel Vasquez texted me in a group chat that I was talking about recently here. Like, this is on Thursday, I think, or Wednesday last week. So this is recent, you know. And he told me, stop blaming others. Like, I could bust out the text right now. Stop blaming others. You're not 0% accountable, but 100% accountable. He said, put everything behind you as if this is something tangible that you could do, you know, and move forward and focus on your family. Like, what? It doesn't even make sense for someone to say that. He's already proven his knowledge or his lack of knowledge of PTSD, because he thinks that everyone's rehabilitation and treatment should be the same, you know, where people come to work and that's their treatment. He literally said he needs to come to work, which is his treatment, to be able to deal with the stressors that he's dealing with, when that's not true at all. And my therapist told him that, like, that's the underlying issue, you know. It's that my problem is from him and what he's done, and his leadership has been proven to have done.
He said last time he texted you was last Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday,
Wednesday,
yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, by the group chat.
All right. Okay. I'll, you know, like I said, I don't want to promise you too much. I just want to make sure you understand that we are here to support you. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, apologies for triggering.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I will work on not doing that, as a human should. You're talking with Sam Morales, which I have absolute faith in as a therapist. She's phenomenal.
No, she's not.
Okay.
She's not.
Okay,
And
we
she's leaving too soon.
Okay.
So they put me under Lieutenant Taylor, who has PCS orders.
Okay.
So she's not though. You're saying she's phenomenal. Has she ever been your provider? Has she been your provider though?
She is not. I've
Right.
just
And
talked
she's
to
been
her.
mine for a year though. And I'm telling you, she's not. She's the best out of everyone that I've been under over there.
Okay.
But an F is still an F. You know, it's not a 0. She's a
So
10.
I would like to schedule a meeting with you so that we can
Okay.
actually sit down and have these
Yeah.
conversations, right? And so we can figure out the best way forward. What else did I want to say? Sure. I know that you probably don't trust us. I don't blame you just based on your past, right? If I were in your position, I doubt that I would either. So I'm not asking you to trust me. I am telling you though that I will work on gaining your trust. But yeah, let's set up a meeting so that we can talk about ways forward, about past if you want to, about all of it, so that I can have a full understanding of at least from my perspective of what you've been going through and what you are going through.
Yes, sir.
I will work on scheduling a TTM, if that's what you would like.
See, that's the thing. I thought it was already rescheduled, is what Chief Baldwin told me.
Okay.
You know, so nothing against you at all, but if it's not, dang.
Are you tracking a date that is rescheduled too?
Wednesday, tomorrow.
Okay.
But I don't know. She said that they would contact me on when it was.
He'll confirm that.
Yeah,
We're good.
but-
Set in stone.
9 out of 10 hunches that I had, like 90%, they're always right. They have been right. I mean, not that they're always right. They have been right, and I hunch that it's not been rescheduled. You know, I could be wrong, but
Sure.
we're about to find out. And if it is wrong, that's another thing that's added on top of all the other stuff. So real fast, this one's real important. My last big hunch was I've received my PIF, my full PIF from Crispin before I was arrested. Then during my court martial, you know, the judge gets my PIF, all the defense attorneys. And then anyway, after my court martial, I asked Sergeant Ike, can I have a copy of my PIF, right? Just to see what was removed at the time. Anyway, I'm laying on my couch one day and I have this hunch. Let me match the documents that I have from the court martial, the judge's PIF, or my PIF for the judge, and with the PIF that Ike just gave me. Lo and behold, there's a missing document in there that I found that the judge didn't get, which means they're tampering with evidence. And it was a document that's so severe that it would prove that they were trying to take it out to get double jeopardy, not caught, essentially, you know, because I had an LOR for insubordination to master and carry, and an Article 15. So they wrote me up 2 things literally for the same thing, and then they tried charging that for a 5th charge for my court martial. So that's why they would hide the LOR and crap out of my PIF, so the judge wouldn't catch it, which we all caught. I spun my team up immediately, but that's huge, you know, and that's still not checked. That's still, I have all these things that I need to come after them for legally. That's bad, but I would hope you guys would assume that tampering with the evidence is a humongous perjury, UCMJ violation, which is all sanctimonious that they're charging me with the crap that they're doing. You know? It's really bewildering, this entire thing.
Can I ask you this, Counsel, in reference to the meeting tomorrow, right? If it is scheduled,
Yeah.
who do you expect to be there?
Definitely Captain Abdulwali, who's the new acting commander. Honestly, just her.
Sir?
I mean, I would love anyone here that would love to be there. More the merrier, because the last one I had was had over 9 people in October before I was sent to Lowell Ridge. But if she doesn't do the right things, you know, I'm gonna use it against her and just keep going up the chain constantly. But the fact that she missed the last Friday one when I've been asking her constantly throughout the last 2 weeks, can she make it? And then she ignored me. She ignored me because she forwarded my email that I emailed her to Vasquez, and then Vasquez responds with the traffic in there. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but it shows that she's being non-transparent. And the fact that it was a 4-day weekend, she says she already has prior engagements. I don't know what that means, but I can't understand why a commander doesn't have 30 minutes for a teleconference TTM that she could have been present on, especially on a family day, you know. A51-2 and Title 10 USC A583 have pretty much memorized at this point, and commander who has huge rank, huge pay, huge authority comes with responsibility, you know. Like, that's not a good excuse for me that she wanted her day off because it was a family day.
So 2 more things.
Yeah.
What's your cell?
My cell, 505-918-7901.
7901.
It's in the shirt phone as well.
It's on there already. Okay, awesome. And then lastly,
Oh, thank you.
you are you're part of the team, man.
Okay. I actually ripped the other one off of my thing today. It was a 2.7 SR.
Okay.
It wasn't this one,
Cool.
but yeah, I ripped it up and threw it across my
Part of the
room.
team. Yeah, I'll check in on that TTM and yeah, we'll chat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. Like, am I a borrow? Because I thought I was a bar. It's not a PCA over here, is it? Or
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We're gonna constantly be transparent with you as well.
Okay.
That was one thing
Yeah.
we're talking about this morning.
Okay.
You know, first of all, do you mind if you share that cell phone with us?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
fine.
we have that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we'll get you an answer for that PCA as well, because it's
Okay.
one of our concerns too.
And then if it does happen, hypothetically, it's bad no matter what way. The fact that Chief Bowen already brought it up again as if it was shut down in October, now they're re-bringing it up because of all the issues and concerns I'm bringing up to higher command. It's already bad. If it gets approved, I'm not going to be like, oh, yay, they approved me. I'm going to drop everything. I'm going to come after them even harder. And if it doesn't get approved, I'm going to come after them even harder legally, like 100% legally.
We're not here to say
Yeah.
anything rights over, right?
Yeah.
We're just pretty much here to support as best as we can. But like I said, that's the last thing I'll say is that I'm gonna be inquisitive because I just need to understand.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay? No, that's the most.
I know you're transitional acting shirt, so I don't know.
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, what combination of words has not been thrown in your direction from bars, leaves, and stars, right, to any amount of stripes, right? So there's no combination of words that's going to satisfy you right now. But I would ask you, right? Look at yourself in 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and be that person now, and look back at you right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want that person to think? Where do you want to be, right?
I want to know that I was brave and courageous of this past 10 years ago,
100%.
which I believe I have been.
100%.
I didn't 100% believe I would win my court-martial, but the fact that I took a chance going back to jail and dishonorable discharge and not even receiving pay during how long I would be in jail for upon the sentence of the judge, right? Like, if she was corrupt as well, And if she got paid $50,000 from Vasquez, hypothetically, right, like that was in my head, I could lose this, but I'll never know if I don't try. And it was much better for me to go under that court martial with the possibility of losing and spending years in my life in jail and coming out with federal convictions and going to bed at least in jail knowing that I at least tried and have the memory of the court martial and seeing everyone's faces of the answers that I would have to, answer from my defense attorney, than accept plea bargain after plea bargain after plea bargain and then live the rest of my life where I probably would have committed suicide, honestly, if I would have accepted a plea bargain, because there's no way I could even live my life. Just thinking of that makes me disgusting. And I actually did think about it at some point. But so 10 years from now, I'll be set.
No, for
If
sure.
I'm not
I don't
dead.
think anyone in here is questioning that you're a bull, right? We get it. We do, 100%. But also, please know, you're supported, right? And if that's something that triggers you, then
Yeah.
by all
Well,
means, apologies, right?
when you say I'm
I
supported, yeah.
don't know any other command team better than this command team, right?
Mhm.
It's a well trained command team, and when they say they mean well, they mean well, right? And I think that you tend to look at things through maybe a nefarious scope, right?
Absolutely.
But try not to, right? And of
That's
course, I'm the
impossible,
8th
yeah.
command team, or the 8th, whatever to tell you that. So again,
Yeah.
these words are they're for what it's worth, right?
Yeah.
But I know that I'm speaking the truth.
How can I not though? Like you tell
Oh,
me
I
I'm
have
part-
no idea. You wouldn't.
You tell me I'm part of the
100%.
team, and I understand it. I'm not knocking that at all.
Yeah, for sure.
You tell me.
But if you're never going to trust a team, right, then what is that end goal, right? Like
Exactly.
if you're just going to go from team to team and not be able to trust anyone, right?
So I have to choose to trust on. But I've been burned, I guess, essentially over and over and over. I've talked to my therapist, like a rape victim, let's say, and let's say that woman's raped by her ex-husband, right, or whatever. So the solution wouldn't be for her to go back into his home or his environment.
Of course not.
To get him treated, right? So that, I mean, that's
and
obvious.
no one would ever agree with that.
Right, and that's obvious. So let's say she gets pulled out, and then she has dating issues with other men, and then
For
she
sure.
finally gets coaxed into going on a date with another man, and let's say hypothetically she gets raped again by him. How much trust would she have for the third date? And let's say she does get the nerve or the courage to go back on a third date.
Yeah.
Years, she gets raped again. Like each time, the armor is falling, chinks in the armor are falling, and like you said, you're the 8th at this point. Right, so my trust
100%.
is like
No, for sure.
0.1%.
Yeah.
And every time people, I know you guys mean well, and that's the benefit of that I'm giving you guys. You guys mean well. When Master Sergeant Calhoun, sorry, no, that's your name. Calhoun
Calhoun.
You're good.
says that Morales is the best of the best. I have to immediately check that. Have you ever had her as your therapist? If you have, how long has it been? Right, because I've been her patient for a year. She's definitely not. She's not terrible, but my issues are above her at this point.
Sure.
The fact that she wants to send me back to inpatient, and I said no to that. That doesn't make sense. How being away from my 2 dogs, who are probably my biggest support, and my son right now, that doesn't even make sense. That would be like going back to jail. And I'm telling her that wouldn't make sense, especially being outpatient. Like send me back to outpatient, but why inpatient? That makes no sense to me. So that's just triggers to me. I mean, I know you guys gotta say that I'm part of the team. I'm still wearing the uniform. It's against my choice, though. I would love to come in civilian clothes. Like, I've told Ike and Chief Owen, I'm disgusted with putting on this uniform. Like, I'm not a freaking senior airman. I will get my rank back, 100%. The fact that I've been called senior airman or airman for over a year now is triggering, especially when I get my rank back and all pay associated with that. Like, am I going to be able to test for tech cycle? How is that going to look? My career is destroyed at this point, and I've done literally nothing wrong. From the full quote that I've received, Ike told me it goes back and forth. Colonel Roche has told me there's give and take. It goes both ways. He says he's non-biased towards the whole, which doesn't make sense. He should be biased towards the side that's right, towards the laws that are right and accurate. Like, it's all a bunch of just non-transparency, especially from them. I don't even know. I just went off on a tangent. Like I always
That's
do.
okay.
I'll
That's okay.
wrap it up here.
No, by all
So
means.
we do have to get going. So I'll leave it at this. We will operate from a standpoint of trust, whether you trust us or not, right? And to Shirt's point, that trust is earned, right? And that goes both ways. So I can see your analogy and see where you're coming from. I have not been in your shoes. I'm not diagnosed with PTSD, right? So I can't directly empathize, right? But we will operate from a standpoint of trust, right? We'll be transparent, okay? So I can at least give you that. Whether you accept that or not, that's,
Yeah.
you know, I can appreciate your viewpoint. And then, as Senior Hunt said, we'll talk about, we'll make that clear for you, whether it's PCA or not, right? We'll make it clear for you what your radar is, and responsibilities, right?
Mm.
And we've got where you're at and where you wanna go to here, right? We'll circle back on the TTM to make sure we have the right time for that, and the right people are there, for you, okay? And then, I will leave you with the same 3 things that I tell everyone that comes from the squadron, right? It's very simple. When you're an FSS, competency, right? To do your job. It's gonna be challenging because you're not an FSS trained individual, right? But the tasks that you're assigned to do, right? Expect them to be done with competency. If you don't know how to do that, right? Like you figure out, you learn, you talk to people, right? The second thing is purpose. I can appreciate that's probably gonna be another hard challenge for you based on what you just told me, right? But we all have to find what our individual purpose is. What is our why? Why do we do things, okay? And then the third one, this one's easy, right? These are my red lines, right? So treat people with dignity and respect. That's the expectation I have for you. And I promise that you will be treated with dignity and respect while you are here, okay? So that goes both ways, right? If you fail to treat people with dignity and respect, I'm gonna hold you accountable, or work with your command team to do that. But if you feel like you're not treated with dignity and respect, talk to us, okay? And you know, that's where I come back to. We'll operate from a standpoint of trust on our end, right? And we'll see how that goes with you, okay? So with that, I think we got our do-outs from this, right? Well, you guys can take them to Mr. Voss, we can get that straight.
I have a quick question. So the competency,
Where's he?
if I'm unable to be competent in my job, will I undergo disciplinary action for that?
Depends on what your job is. As you get those expectations, we lay those out for you.
Yeah.
It's
But that would probably be, yeah, is what I'm getting at. The fact though that the PTSD stuff, I'm undergoing brain scans in Lubbock right now, but more so than not, people with PTSD have like your excitatory neurochemicals are flooded in your brain, and your amygdala is overreactive due to your prefrontal cortex being underreactive. What I'm saying is, I can't control, you know, where I'm at this point, you know, like.
That's why I'm interested in the TTM, the
Yeah,
accommodations,
yeah,
and all this
definitely.
diagnosis. So
Okay.
that will be what that is.
Yeah, so in my head right now, it's to survive till the end of the day. So am I going to be put back in there under Mr. Voss, who has zero idea? He should have been in on this, maybe. I should have invited him, I don't know. But he has no idea of any, he's innocent, you know, he has no idea of the verge of eruption I'm on, you know. I've gotten to the point where I'm punching walls in my house where I just do it. I don't even think. And then I think, as my son's watching me do this, you know, I've hurt my elbow. I'm fine now, but elbow in the wall and I hit a stud. But that's the thing, I can't control this. And it's not even like any of y'all's fault. It's the fact that freaking Vasquez lives in my brain, you know?
Let me ask this more importantly and more topically. Do you feel like you're going to hurt yourself or others?
And that's a huge trigger too, because if I say yes to that, I feel as if you guys can immediately legally transfer me against my will to an inpatient facility, right?
Not
So,
necessarily, but I do
I
want
feel
to make
that way,
sure
though.
that we're going to take care of you, the mission here. So I'll leave you with this, Ernest, right? And it's a timing thing, right? Like, if the answer to that question is yes, right? Like, talk to sure.
Okay.
And again, that's what we're going to operate from a standpoint of trust, right?
Yeah.
Whether you choose to accept that or not is for you.
I feel like I'm capable. I have no plans of doing that at all, but I'm 100% capable, yes, of hurting somebody.
That's
fair.
Appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
All right.
Like for instance, if Master Sergeant Carey, you know, I see him at the BX at Subway or something, and he dared tell me, "Hey, Airman Castle," right? Because he knows my rank's demoted. How you been? Like just trying to get a rile out of me. What am I gonna do? Can I ignore him, or am I gonna like check him? And I haven't seen him for a while, so who knows the emotion responses that I would feel under that. And not just that, there's over 30 people at this point complicit on base, you know, and the space is tiny, and I could definitely run into them. I run into the gate guards all the time that were part of confinement. So yeah, to answer your question.
I appreciate being honest with us. Okay, so I'm sure we'll talk more.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
The next meeting never showed.
They never showed.
All right.
That's why I never bothered you.
You know where Mr. Voss is at?
Of course, sir.
He might not be here, Sergeant Nowell.
Say again now?
He might not be here.
Where is he?
He's on that windshield tour.
Who's in there?
Maybe Miss Linda?
Okay, Miss Linda. Okay. Okay.
I was like, 'cause he might be on that windshield tour.
I don't know what that is.
They're going different FSS facilities to show them like their facilities, I guess.
Okay.
That's what they call it, the windshield tour.
Gotcha. Okay. No, for sure. No, I think you're on. Yeah. No, I didn't see any of this. No, definitely not. Did you?
Oh no, I think I interrupted him a couple times though.
Okay. This one? Next one? No, I mean, you're. We understand. Holy cow. So is this where you've been?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I've been here for like a week, maybe 9 weeks ago,
Okay.
before my convalescent leave.
Okay.
And then before, yeah, I've been on convalescent leave this whole year. I had knee
Gotcha.
surgery in February 1st.
Okay.
All from confinement again, you know, so
No, for
I
sure.
like to hit that. That was their fault.
Yeah.
And
100%.
and then after that, I was on convalescent leave, but I was with Chief Baldwin downstairs
I
in
gotcha.
their back room
Okay.
for a day or two.
Okay.
And then
Okay, gotcha. So you haven't met anybody in here?
yeah. I have.
Oh, okay.
I've been here for a week.
Have they told you how you're supposed to be helping in here?
Nothing at all.
Ah.
It's nothing. As in, like, I'm gonna get tasks, but oh man, I don't know. Am I just supposed to just stay here all day?
I sure fucking hope not. Do you have access to your email?
I was trying to get it earlier,
Okay, for sure.
probably, but
Yeah, I mean, see if you can log in, and let me see if I can find anyone that works in this damn office.
okay.
And we'll try to get you sorted. I'm 2 doors down, so if you need anything, find sign that
That
says
way?
ALS. That way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, for sure.